Hi everyone, I'm Shona Gates and welcome to Bulletproof Business. I just wanted to record a kind of a little welcome call to set the scene for the next 2 days and kind of get all the stuff out of the way, like a little bit about my story, housekeeping, how it's going to work, what I'm going to teach you, get that all out of the way so the actual sessions that I'm running live with you are going to be so potent, so powerful, and hopefully under 2 hours, because if you know me and you've worked with me before, this bitch can talk, right? So welcome to Bulletproof Business. I'm really excited that you're all here. I want to congratulate you for taking the time and saying yes to yourself and your growth in 2024. And what I want to do is basically just outline how things are going to run and kind of give you a little bit of a background. So for me, I feel like there's two types of businesses. There are the businesses that people create because they want a lifestyle, because they want freedom. This is kind of like if you were that person posting in Facebook groups about, I want to start a business, I want to leave my 9 to 5, but I don't know what to do. And so you kind of like love the idea of being in business, but you weren't coming from this like driven place of there's a problem I need to solve. It was very much, I want more freedom, I want more lifestyle, and that's why I'm going to create a business. Now, to preface, before I share the other type of business, there's nothing wrong with either of these. They are just different, and that's okay. But what's gotten really clear to me lately is that they are different. And the people who are building a business because they want a lifestyle and because they want freedom and they want their business to be able to fund their travel is a very different energy and a very different like core driver to the other type, which I'm going to call bulletproof business, which comes into the entire concept that I teach around being badass and bulletproof. So the freedom business is great. It's living a life, being paid to do what you enjoy, but with so much flexibility, you can do what you want. You don't have to do anything you don't vibe with. And you're kind of like building this business that funds a lifestyle. So like the business funds everything for you. Bulletproof business. Bulletproof business gives you a shit ton of flexibility, right? It gives you all of that, but it is about building an empire. This is for the women who started businesses because they couldn't not start a business, right? This is for women like me. You are building an empire. You are playing the long game. It's this unyielding desire within you to do the fucking work, to do something. And even if you won $100 million tomorrow, you would still wake up and do the work. You'd be so excited to invest a lot of that money into growing your business even bigger. It's this unyielding desire to do the work, to build something incredible. And really, it's this acknowledgement of your potential. You have so much more potential and you can't ignore it. And it's the difference between the goal and the vision of this freedom and lifestyle is the core driver for some people. And then for other people like me, the core driver is that inner spark. It is the creation. It is the work that fulfills you. And that is the difference between, creating a lifestyle business and creating a fucking empire. Once again, both of those are equally amazing. There is nothing wrong. There is no right or wrong. It's just that they are different. And I'm super clear on that fact now. I know which one I sit in and the type of women that I work with sit in. So I speak a lot in my work to the bulletproof empire building women. They enjoy the work. They're the kind of babes who just like will start a business and then start another one, then start another one as well. And they're just like constantly moving and they love it and they're willing to do the uncomfortable work to grow and to become successful, right? They're not doing the work for a handbag. They're not doing the work because they want to go to Greece next year. They're doing the work because they can't not do the work, right? So there are two pieces of bulletproof business. There's the energetic piece and there's just the strategic piece as well. So what I'm going to teach you over the next 2 days, broken down over 4 sessions, is a few different things. And some of this you might have heard before, but I want you to come into this eyes open, heart open, all of it, and just let this land for you in a new way. You know how you can hear something a million times from a million different people and then suddenly it's just the right place, right time? It all clicks. For example, my husband's been telling me something for 3 or 4 days. I've been like asking a question. He's like, I think this is the answer. And I'm like, no. And so I messaged my best friend and she's like, Shona, this is the answer. Exactly the same thing my husband had been saying for 3 or 4 days. I just needed to hear it. Right place, right time, right person. So there will be things you may have heard before. There will be completely new concepts you probably haven't heard of before. And just keep an open mind and keep going. Even when you get to that point where you're like, oh, I maybe heard this before, lean in. If you're listening and going, this might not be relevant for me, lean in, hold on to the end, keep going, because it might just be that one sentence 2 minutes before I log off that changes everything for you. So you just never know. I also want to preface that there will be some offers that I'm going to share about at the end of the program. So if you are vibing with it and you want to learn about the next steps after you finish this program, what else you can do, what else you can access, what is the next step for you, you can stay and vibe and watch and check out with that. And if you don't want to see that, if you're all good and you're going to move forward with this education and what you know now from your own place, I love that for you as well. So I know myself, I know my work, and I'm not going to feel personally offended if you clock off at the end of every training once the actual training portion's done. That's cool. I love that for you. I'm proud of you. Go crush it. And if you do want more, I'm going to be there to share the next steps for you. So the 4 pieces that we are going to, actually, no, before we do that, okay, she's already in her chaotic race school state. Let's talk about what this actually is a bigger part of. So there are 10 foundational pieces that I have found to creating a badass and bulletproof business, to really like the foundational elements for it. And those pieces together, they create a business that is solid as fuck, where you are solid as fuck, where your income is not just solid as fuck, but it is growing and growing and is sustainable, maintainable, it is grounded energetically and all the things. So in this Bulletproof Business event, I'm going to share 4 of the 10 pieces with you over the 2 days. So this is really about going, what are the most common questions that I get asked, that get sent in my DMs, that come up on coaching calls when someone's like in that not beginning phase, but like is at that point where they're like, I want to do what Shona does. I want to be where she is. I want to be a client of hers. What are the questions that come up the most? And so I picked the 4 most frequently asked sections, the areas that I see people struggle with the most, and that's what we're going to address. And then the remaining 6 pieces, I'll decide where I'm sharing that later on. So let's just to get really, really clear on the actual problems that you're facing right now, to know whether this is for you. Because if you're going to listen to me say this and be like, oh no, I don't struggle with any of that, cool, go crush your business. That's amazing. But here's the thing, the majority of people do. So what are the issues people are struggling with that badass and like the Bulletproof Business event is going to help you with? Is if you feel like you've got an issue with sales, like you can't get enough sales, if you feel like you're too expensive, or you need to raise your prices but you don't know how to do it, or you did raise your prices and then people didn't buy and you're kind of like freaking out about it, or if you feel like you just don't know what you're doing content-wise, you don't know who you're speaking to, you feel like you're all over the place and you're doing what makes that other woman successful, but it's not really seeming to work for you, and just feel really messy and chaotic. And then if you're still holding a lot of the negative energy around money, around sales, around your prices, around feeling worthy of charging amounts, all that type of stuff is what we're going to deal with, right? So most people have no idea about the 4 client buyer types. And this is going to be the first session that we're going to dive into. The 4 client buyer types. If you don't know about that, you're often just producing content, or you're running your business in a way that actually often doesn't speak to your ideal client. And most of the time speaks to the opposite, right? What I see a lot of the time is people actually like completely rejecting and repelling their ideal clients, the people that actually want to buy from them, because they don't understand the buyer types and they don't understand how to create content and run their business in a way that actually gives their ideal client what they need to be able to make a purchase. And they're doing this without even realizing it, because people don't know about the 4 client buyer types. Your business requires you to be really intentional and really strategic, not only about your individual goals and how you sell and make purchase decisions, but what your clients actually need to experience, what they need to feel, what they need to see before they make a purchase. Most people in business put their prices up after some random as fuck coach online says, oh my God, you should charge more, all excited by the idea of like doubling their income overnight. And so most people just do it without strategically or energetically actually figuring their shit out. And so then what happens is it flops really fucking hard, and it leaves them without sales and with a really, really extra fucked up subconscious money story to boot. That's just like an extra bonus that you get when you raise your prices if you don't do it the right way. It's just like, hey, and also as part of your order, would you like to upsize to a super fucked up subconscious money story about your pricing? Here you go, it's free on the house, right? When it comes to raising prices, which is a super necessary part of business, most people just do it, right? And they don't understand that there is a way to do it with integrity, with intention, and with strategy that guarantees a smooth transition and more sales and better clients and better loyalty within your business. So there is actually a way to do this. Most people just throw up random as fuck offers online. I see this all the time. I'm a multi-passionate businesswoman, and I am pretty good at figuring out how my personal brand encompasses all the things I want to do and being able to manage and navigate that without looking messy. But what I see is a lot of women end up, your clients don't trust you, and we know that they need to trust you to be able to pay you because you're all over the fucking place all the time, right? You're just throwing up random offers. Or even worse is the women who are saying, I make money in my sleep, and they're affirming it and they've got it printed and it's on their vision board and it's on their mirror, and they actually don't have any product that they can make money while they sleep, and they have no strategy within their business to actually make that affirmation a reality, right? So you've got to learn and be prepared to learn and be prepared to change things in your business to get leveraged offer suites. What you want and what I'm going to teach you to do is being paid in multiple different ways every single day. And when you actually have a way that can allow you to make money in your sleep, then that affirmation becomes real, right? That affirmation becomes real. That is how we go from affirmations in the mirror to making it a reality. Yeah. Most female entrepreneurs are doing the work. They are buying the courses. They are trying the looping audios on Instagram. They are posting 3 times a day on TikTok. They're doing all the things in their business to make more money without ever looking at their actual relationship with money. Because, babe, your relationship with money and those money blocks are actually more often than not the thing that is actually sabotaging you at every turn. And until you actually deal with them, until you acknowledge them, until you rewire them, no amount of massive action, and I am the queen of massive action, by the way. Hello, I run a 90-day plan system, which is all about massive action, and it does work, but it only works when you've got this other shit happening as well. So no amount of massive action will help you break through or be able to hold that next level of income that's on your vision board until you get your money mindset shit sorted. So creating a bulletproof business comes down to being not only solid as fuck in your strategy, solid as fuck energetically, but both of those things actually come from clarity, certainty, and confidence in knowing what you do, who exactly you help, and knowing that you're worthy of it all. So what I'm going to teach you in Bulletproof Business, we're going to do 4 sessions, but there's actually like a lot more broken down into each one of those sessions because that's me. So what I'm going to teach you in Bulletproof Business over the next 2 days or whenever you're watching this, we're going to learn about the 4 customer buyer types, how to figure out which one your audience is. Then I'm going to teach you how to create content and run your business so it speaks to that audience buyer type that is yours, and how to activate them with speed. How to raise your prices with integrity and alignment, because those are the most important things so you don't feel like a sleazy salesperson. And then how to strategically communicate your price rise so your clients and your audience are actually proud of you and support you. I'm also going to teach you how to raise your frequency to your new prices, so do all the energetic work alongside that strategy. And then in the next session, we're going to talk about creating a sexy as fuck offer suite that builds trust with your audience. This is about leveraging offers in your product suite that allow you to be paid in multiple ways every day with way less effort than you're currently putting in. Yeah. And then in the last session, we're going to talk about how to heal your relationship with money, clear out those money blocks, those limiting beliefs, so that you can feel safe as a visibly wealthy woman in business. And then we're going to throw in a whole bunch of stuff along the way about how to like move like a CEO, how to hold your energy and standards, and how to be solid as fuck to create a business and a mindset that is truly bulletproof. So session 1, buyer types. Session 2, sexy offer suites. Session 3, raising your prices. Session 4, clearing your money box. So I've got 2 sessions a day, 2 days, and then the replays will be available until the end of the month for free within that Facebook group. After that, the trainings will go into 2 places. Number 1, a program that you can buy and condense and watch yourself once off. Number 2, then we'll go into the archive membership. So if you are a archive member, which is basically access to all of my things and 5 years worth of content and trainings and everything. Anyway, go check that out. But if you're a member of the archive, you will instantly get access to these replays forever for as long as you are a member of the archive membership. And that starts at $77 a month. So if you don't get a chance to watch all the replays, there will be other spaces that you can get it. It will just be at a price point. As well, I gave away 100 free tickets this event. So once again, I think there's maybe 18 left right now. Once those are gone, the program will go up to its full price. So yeah, very exciting. If you have any questions about accessing it, admin@sexyselfish.com. The lives will happen in the Facebook group. The replays will go into those course spaces at the end of the month. So I highly encourage you to check it out as much as possible, really condense this, no pad and paper when you watch the replays. There is going to be so much value here. And if you implement these 4 sessions, what I'm going to teach you from each of these sessions, if you implement it into your business, you will be in a completely different place, not only energetically and financially, but strategically in your business as well. And that's how we really cultivate that bulletproof business where no matter what's happening in your personal life, no matter what's happening in the world at large, no matter what's going on, your business is solid. You are grounded, you are solid. And that level of trust and certainty is what turns you into an authority in your field. So, very excited about this. Can't wait to get started. If you have any questions, let me know. And don't forget to tag and share when you're watching the replays, checking it out. Any feedback, any just like little notes or key takeaways, please send me a message on Instagram. I love connecting with all of you to know that my trainings are making a difference for you. And I will see you in Bulletproof Business.